Art impacts the health and the success of the community, and someone who has benefited from that impact is Mary Jensen, who's the director of the Treasure Valley Children's Theater. I'm so excited to talk to her today. So welcome. Welcome to the set.
Thank you.
First of all, I just want to start off with how did you get your start in art, if you will?
Sure. Well, actually, like a lot of kids, I just loved performing in my backyard and grabbing all the neighbor kids and making up plays and having props and building little sets and just having fun with my imagination. And that's really where I got my start in my love for theater.
So your yard was the stage?
It was, yes.
Okay. And so you, from a young age, how old were you when you just really started getting involved in the arts?
Yeah, I was about 6 or 7.
Wow.
I also love music and singing, and that went right along with theater, so I could kind of do all of those things. I grew up in kind of a small college town, but it afforded a lot of opportunities for the arts.
Okay, so where did you go from there? From 6 years old to where?
Yes, I got to perform with local community theaters in my region and throughout school and high school, and decided that this is really what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a part of theater as I grew up and became an adult. So I did go to school, to college, and got my degree in theater arts as well as secondary education, so that I could kind of teach this stuff to all of the kids that are young and aspiring to do the same.
Okay, so we talk about kids, right?
Yeah.
And you go, okay, why is this so important, do you think, to our youth? Because you're in children's theater,
Correct.
right? So what's the critical
Correct.
aspect to that?
So the core belief of Treasure Valley Children's Theater is that art and the theater arts can really make an impact in young people's lives, and not just to become actors, but really to become entrepreneurs, to become leaders. It really gives you that self-confidence and the qualities that you need to be able to grow up and be a productive citizen. And that's really what we try to strive to do. We want to put kids in plays. We want them to have a good time. We want them to shine on stage, but really we want to build up their confidence and make them those future leaders.
We demonstrate enthusiasm. Enthusiasm for the transformative power of the arts and our unique talents to change the world.
It's a big musical! Let me take your order, jot it down, you ain't never had like me, no, no, no.
So you talk about building self-confidence, and to me, you know, self-esteem is built when you've accomplished something, when you've really had to work hard to get there. And each step of the way, you build like a nugget of self-confidence. It's not really about winning something or really the end of the performance. So I'm assuming, like, when these kids show up, you know, the discipline of learning lines, you know, being part of the team, being part of something bigger. Do they do stuff with the backstage aspect of it too, not just the performance side?
They do. We build sets, we have kids work with costumes, we build a lot of our own props, and kids working backstage as stage managers. We also work really hard to help them understand that they need to reach out to the community for community support. And each of the kids that participate in our programs go out to community members and ask them for a sponsorship, for ticket sales, to put a poster in their window. Any of those things really help build community and help those kids build that confidence to go out and be able to talk to community leaders.
We practice respect. Respect for ourselves, our peers, our community, and the transformative power of the arts.
So with kids, okay, we know it's important. Young start,
Yes.
and of course it sets them on this course for life, right?
Yes.
Because whether they go in theater, stay in theater, go into performing arts, they have this core.
Right.
Is it ever too late to get involved? Like, what
It's
if you're
never
60
too
and
late.
you just, you know, never went? So tell me about that. What can be
Yes.
gleaned when you're older?
Absolutely. Well, you know, I think no matter what your age is, self-confidence is so important. And sometimes when you're little, trying new things comes very naturally. And when you get older, it's much harder to try new things and put
Right.
yourself out there. And so theater is a great way to do that. At Treasure Valley Children's Theater, we actually have two theater companies. We have a company for youth that they get to perform on stage and have a wonderful experience. We have an adult company as well. They are professional actors that perform for kids and parents to see fun children's theater shows. So we do have opportunities in both adults and children.
Well, I could see if you're in that midlife moment where, you know, you're in a major transition, this could be a really great opportunity
Absolutely.
as well to help build your confidence just for new skill sets. Put yourself out there a little bit, take a risk,
Yes.
if you will. Okay, so I know throughout the years there have probably been some really great funny moments or aha moments or a lesson along the way. Is there something you'd like to share with us?
You know, my favorite quote, and the one that always comes to me when I'm working with youth and in the theater, is "Whate'er thou art, act well thy part." And it's because...
What does that mean?
What does that mean, right? You know, to me, it's really that we're not trying to make the next Broadway star or the next big movie star. We're trying to teach kids that who they are is awesome and amazing. And whatever they love, whatever they want to do, whatever their passion is, to do it, to take that next step and to go forward.
I love that. Whatever your part is, just play it well.
Yes.
I love that. Thank you for that.
you.
That is such a gold nugget. Okay, so if people want to get a hold of you, they want to get involved on any level, how can they do that?
Absolutely. Obviously, our website, we are at treasurevalleychildrenstheater.org. We have plenty of social media outlets. You can find us on Facebook and on Twitter. We're very active in the community. We have shows that run all year round and programs and classes. So there's plenty of ways to get a hold of us and be a part of the theater community.
Well, thank you. Thank you for all you're doing too, because this is just so inspiring. It gives back to the arts and humanities, and I do think that is such a cornerstone for any community. So
I agree.
I love that you guys are doing this at such a young age. So thank you.
Thank you.